Hello there.
It took me a couple days to realize that IFT actually stands for I fucked Ted because like I was actually, doing the details for the I fucked Ted video, the IFT video, and my title for that video was She F Ted, like in obviously blurring out the fuck thing. And then I was really like, wait, IFT, she fucked Ted, I fucked Ted, and I realized like, oh, okay, that's what it means. It took me a while to clock that. It took me like a couple days when I revisited the episode when doing the details for the upload. But yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, your 23-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, shooting his shot, baby. And today we are up to episode 4 of Breaking Bad season 3, titled Green Light. Oh boy, I am interested to see the aftermath of that bombshell from SKYLER to Walt. And I'm just, yeah, this show, said it time and time again, it's freaking amazing. So it's gonna be interesting to see the aftermath. Like, their marriage was already fractured, and now it's just a clean break. Like, that bone ain't getting reattached. Like, unless some miracle happens, okay? But let's see what happens. Let's find out what's gonna happen in the episode. Let's go. You understand, like a couple days or maybe a week has passed because Jesse's regrown the beard a little bit. I like how they deal with the period of time passing in this show. They mention it in conversation a little bit. They don't say the exact time of day or weeks, but either it's a time lapse or certain characters like Beard, Jesse.
There's an ATM right outside.
Yeah, I don't have a card.
Well, you can write a personal check with ID. I gotta call him. I'm sorry.
Wait. Hold on a second.
You gonna give him meth?
Maybe we
No.
could
Yeah.
trade.
I mean, that's probably worth more than the petrol,
Can
but
we try it?
I mean, I smoke pot a lot sometimes.
don't ruin someone
How
else's
are you?
life, man. Come on.
But that stuff's really addictive, right?
Not really. It's just a media thing. You know? It's awesome.
Surely after the experience with Jane,
Everything's
I know that was ice, but
maximum interesting. You get these really cold and sharp, like action dagger feelings. It's awesome. Come on. What do you say?
gonna yell at to her dad. Papa! Oh, it's a cop.
Have a nice day.
Mucho gusto en conocerla, señora. La próxima vez, cashier's check. Por favor. Oh, and spread the word. I'm building a class action flight 515. Victims' families would be great, but I'll take anyone on the ground who suffered emotionally, anxiety, sleeplessness. You get the picture.
I was like, Saul speaking Spanish, and I'm like, I understood the cashier's check, por favor.
Trouble.
Ted Bennick, you cannot be serious. That guy is a joke.
You know what?
I called you. What does that even mean?
You dared me to tell the police, and I couldn't do it, so you win.
Oh,
If you
so-
want to stay in this house, fine, but we are not married anymore.
God, I told you that I was done cooking meth, Skyler. I promised you that once. You know, at least I didn't have to go. Jesus, I mean, everything that I did for this family.
Just keep telling
Oh, and what is that supposed to mean?
You don't like
I
it?
wanna
Then
say something
leave
about this.
And take your drug money
That's
with
what you
you.
want.
Jesus.
you know,
Garbage disposal.
you know what I like about this right there? I was saying before, I like with how the show deals with the passing of time. You know, just subtle details like Jesse growing his beard. He's probably been out in the desert, you know, cooking for a couple days or even a week. As well, there was one instance last episode where they dealt with it, and this one here, this situation here, we've seen so many conversations with Walt and Skylar. We've seen so many arguments with Walt and Skylar that this was a clever way, through using the wire in the house of the vacuum and Saul listening to the conversation, where you could picture how the conversation is going anyway. We didn't need to see it. I was like, that was clever. That was clever through the recording. Like, I can picture, I've seen Walt get angry enough times to picture him going off at Skylar like that, and I can imagine Skylar's facial expressions.
You think this will get me to move out? You can screw Ted, you can screw the butcher, the mailman, whoever you want. Screw them all. I'm not going anywhere.
Suit yourself.
Is this a good or a bad thing?
Good.
Suit myself. You want me to suit myself? I'll suit myself to his face.
It's a bad thing.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. 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 I have a meeting with Mr. Beneke, please.
Hello. Walter White to see Ted Beneke.
I'm sorry, Mr. Beneke's on a conference call.
Okay. I will wait.
It could be a while.
I have all the time in the world.
I want to pause again here. I'm sorry to keep pausing, but I was watching a podcast today. I was watching someone live stream, and they were talking about the new Indiana Jones film and the new Flash film, and they were talking about actors and actresses. And I'm not going to say what the topic of discussion was, what they were talking about specifically, but in terms of like the films and stuff. But they were talking about acting in general, and how some actors today, they just act with their voice, if that makes sense. Whereas the great actors, and he was specifically talking about Harrison Ford in the old Indiana Jones films, the OG films. He was talking about Harrison Ford, how he not only acts with his face and voice, but he acts with his whole body, and it's his whole body movements that encompass like his great acting. And I can say the same for Bryan Cranston here. It's not only his voice and face that does the act, it's his whole body, it's his whole mannerisms, everything just encompasses like just a great performance overall. And I didn't articulate myself well there. It's early in the morning, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's that it's like a whole package in terms of Bryan Cranston's acting. It's the whole body. It's not only just the face and the voice delivery, it's everything else. It's the body movements, it's the language, it's the changes in facial expressions as well. It's like a whole package that comes with him. And that's when you know there's a fantastic actor like Harrison Ford, for example, in the indie films as well. Specifically the first 3 indie films, he acts with his whole body. It's not just only the face and the tone of voice, it's everything else. And I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from there. What a conference call.
Mr. Beneke's not available.
Come on.
Sir, excuse me. Excuse me.
Ted, I can see you. I can see you standing right there in your office. Now, come on. Open the door. Come on, let's talk. I just want to talk. That's all. Come on, let's be men about this, huh? Okay? How about that? Aha!
Hey, Walt, I'm kind of in the middle of something right now.
Oh, yes, you are.
I paused at the perfect time. I'm interested to see the receptionist's change in sort of like her demeanor in this scene, because she's obviously, you know, like against what Walt is doing. But I'm interested to see if Walt drops the bombshell of like, you're fucking my wife, and then like the receptionist, I'm interested to see her facial expressions change, because she's in the background lingering in some shots.
So open the door. You're damn right you are. You're right in the middle. Just open the door and let's talk about it, okay? Open the door, Ted, right now. All right, you don't want to be a man about it? Okay, plan B. How do you like that? Plan B.
We have a situation in this.
Oh, Skylar's at work too.
Walt. Walt. What are you doing?
I'm talking with Ted. Next time, you'll open the door. Damn it. What? No, I just want to talk. I just want to talk, man. Let's go. God.
Really? Don't tell me he's gonna...
What do you want? Hey, come on.
What the hell is wrong with you? You act like you're the first guy this ever happened to. I caught my second wife screwing my stepdad, okay?
Yo!
It's a cruel world, Walt. Grow up.
I just wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, well, now I'm talking to you, okay? Consider this an intervention. You could have been arrested back there. You understand. I mean, speaking as your lawyer, I'm always looking for billable hours. But, speaking as your business associate, I'm strongly advising that you get your shit together. Just cool it with this Beneke guy, at least for now, okay?
Lawyer and
Let's talk
business
shop.
associate.
Because I think this is a great opportunity to channel some of that negative energy into something positive.
How did you know?
Sorry?
About SKYLER, about where to find me just now. How did you know?
That's just my meticulousness. Don't bog down in detail, Walt. The lesson here
Did
should
you
be...
bug my house?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was your house, did I? You moved out. Besides, you basically told me to.
I told you to?
You strongly hinted that I should. You were worried about your wife, remember? You were concerned she might say something to the police.
What? No, that's not true. When the hell did I say that?
Let's not get lost in the who, what, and whens. The point is, we did our due diligence, and she didn't talk.
Your own
She kept
lawyer.
quiet. She stood by you, Walt, which, if you ask me, is
Wiring
an
your
ironical
house.
silver lining here. I mean, on the one hand, sure, she snuck off the reservation to get some dirty, damp, and deep. On the other hand, I'm unplugging the website, so no more money laundering. How do you like that?
I want those bugs out of my house today. I want them out now.
You just bought a $300 suit, psycho!
Oh man, I don't like seeing the relationship like this.
You're free to leave now. Anytime.
You know, Walter, sometimes it doesn't hurt to have someone watching your back.
Thank you. The Grim Reaper. The axe drawing.
Mr. White?
I'm waiting for Walter to get it on with Carmen. I don't know why. I'm just like, is it gonna happen?
What's up?
You've been absent a lot recently. And when you are here at school, there have been some behavioral questions. And frankly, I'm concerned.
Don't try and kiss her, please.
Thank you.
Eye contact, man. No, no, no.
Are you feeling okay? Do you think maybe I should call SKYLER?
Is he gonna try and do the same? No, doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right.
Well, hey!
Yes, Carmen.
Walt, what's wrong with you?
He's getting that urge. Let's see how it. Let's see what... It'd be funny if Carmen in the future thinks it's hot and she goes back for it. I doubt, but you never know with this show. You never know. Yo, Marie, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Oh yeah, he off to the El Paso again. Oh, is it El Paso?
You know, look, you're the one always talking about DC, okay? This is how you get there. You answer the bell, you pay your dues. I could get killed crossing the street, okay? Whatever, you know, I want to go.
What about last time?
What about last time?
See, this is a wife that's genuinely worried for her husband, and then you got the other two freaking destroying the joint.
The stuff this guy had was blue. You sure about that?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to talk to him.
You know what's funny? It's almost as if
Taxi.
Hank and Walt are living like not similar lives, but like parallel lines, if that makes sense. Like parallel lives, not lines at the moment. Like we had a similar situation last season with SKYLER dropping off Walt at the airport, and now we have a similar situation with Marie dropping off Hank at the airport, and they don't go to the destination that their wives think they're going to. I mean, Walt was going to see his mother, but obviously they had a 4-day bender cooking sesh. And then Hank, meant to go to El Paso, obviously has been distracted by the call from the sheriff, and the blue methamphetamine has popped up again, and he's not going directly where Marie thinks he's going. And yeah, I find it interesting that they're having similar sort of situations, but it's like Hank is sort of lagging behind in the experience. It's like oh, fired from the school. Or maybe he left on his own accord.
Hi. Man, I'm sorry I needed to talk to you, but you weren't at your apartment.
No, I moved back home.
It's good, right? Yo, did you just get fired?
No. No. More like a sabbatical. Definite. I'm sorry.
I know, and that's cool. I'm not asking you to cook. What's this?
The apprentice has learned from the master.
At the end, I just went with 2 reflux condensers. I didn't want to lose track of my pH levels. But I did everything else just like you taught me. Super careful my amounts and watch the numbers every step of the way.
I wonder if Walt's gonna be critical of it. It's like, no, it's not done like this. I'm gonna get back in it.
It's good, right?
What in the hell is this?
What? What? This is my product. This is my formula. This is mine.
Our product. But yeah, I was gonna cut you in.
Oh, you were gonna cut me?
Walt's ego. Walt's
No,
ego.
no. I cut you in.
Yo, what the hell's your problem? All I'm asking is for you to set a meet.
Absolutely not.
Why?
I am not going to lend my name to an inferior product. I mean, look at the diameters.
See?
What did you use for reduction? Okay. Platinum dioxide, right?
No. Mercury aluminum amalgam. The dioxide's too hard to keep wet.
All right, well, you must have done it wrong then. Your color is all cloudy, so you were struggling with distillation too. Now, this is very shoddy work, Pinkman. I'm actually embarrassed for you.
What?
And who were they, I wonder? A bunch of meth heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should know, right?
Yeah, well, sorry. I can't help you.
Fine, asswat. You know what? I'll contact the guy myself.
Oh, yeah? Well, good luck, because my guy is a pro, and he doesn't deal with junkies.
Hey, you know what? Eat me.
Anytime, loser! No, hey! Wait! Hey!
And nothing, there's no clear path at the moment for Walt or Jesse. Everything's discombobulated. No one's in league with one another, even with Saul. All the relationships are becoming fractured, not just Walt and Skyler's. I mean, the broken glass of the family pick right there, like, on the nose, but...
Can't believe it's only 4 o'clock. This day is dragging.
Why do I find SKYLER cringeworthy sometimes? Maybe because she is.
That'll pass.
went through that with the girls. They adapt.
And now everyone at work thinks I'm an evil letter-climbing whore.
They're all fired, effective immediately. What else?
Oh, aren't you the answer man?
It's no longer I fuck
What
Ted.
did,
It's I am fucking Ted. Multiple times.
You got this stuff from some guy at Esparza's who was wearing tan pants and who you're 80% sure had a mustache. That's it, right? That's your brain working at maximum capacity. So, everything all right in there?
The dude's name was Mel.
Well, there you go. See? You served an actual earthly function.
I can't believe I remembered that.
Mel who?
Why does this guy sound like Daniel Stern from Home Alone? Marv. I can't unhear it now. Come on. Hey, trust me. If this guy talks more, this Russell guy.
Does he have a last name?
Daniel Stern.
Mel. Wait. Was it Mel?
It is!
Mark. It was definitely him name.
This is the reason why you're blowing off the task force? Chase down teeners?
I mean, it's a
I'm
good
getting tired of all this second guessing.
it's a good excuse.
If you're not sufficiently stimulated by this investigation, do us both a favor and ask for transfer.
Wow.
What's up with you lately? Starting bar fights? Turning down El Paso? And now this bullshit? Do you need to talk to someone or what?
Yes.
Talk to someone.
Good guy, Gomez.
Talk to who?
Your partner, your wife.
I'm not trying to step on your toes, bro, okay? Just worried about you. That's all.
Appreciate that, bro. Take your hand off my shoulder.
Yeah, Hank is he's in a state of mind at the moment, which is trying to put on the tough guy persona, but deep down, it's rooted with issues.
All I wanted was to show you two your potential. And what do I get in return? A bone contusion. You want to see the scar? I wish you two had... Hi there. How in the hell did you get Walt?
I made it. You know the guy who knows the guy, right?
We're going independent. Hey, Gus doesn't deal with drug dealers, or meth heads, or drug addicts. It's gonna be a waste of his time. He could get really pissed off here.
Good news is, for stage 3 cancer, guy's doing well, physically. Mentally, the guy's a disaster. He's gone off the rails over this thing with his wife. In my opinion, he's not coming back. Not on his own. Your friends were at his place again, by the way. They drew something on the street outside his house. The scythe.
Does the lawyer know?
Should he?
No. He will live for the foreseeable future, yes.
Foreseeable. Couple years at least, barring acts of God and men with axes. Oh. From the lawyer, I'm supposed to let you know the Pinkman kid is looking to sell.
I don't work with junkies.
There we go.
Well, that's what I thought you'd say. Probably for the best. What I hear, he and Walter are Splitsville.
Really?
There's got to be a
That's what
way
goodness
to get them
says.
together.
Cats and dogs.
I like how creative they are with the camera work in this show. I just love how creative they are. Now, this scene right there, not the example of what I was going to say, but I was just interested to see whether they use the same technique as before. Obviously, this conversation in the car scene right here was just changing cuts of like sort of medium shots of like their face, sort of from like the collarbone area up. And then the other scene when Walt was interacting with Jesse, I particularly like the framing in that scene by using sort of the edge of the car, sort of the divider in the frame, where the shot was placed behind the car, and you sort of saw Jesse through the rear window on the left-hand side, and then Walt was talking from the right-hand window on the right-hand side of the frame, and sort of like the edge of the car was used as a divider in the screen. I really like that framing right there. I was just interested to see whether it was going to be used again this scene, but it wasn't. But they're very creative with some of the framing in this scene. Obviously, it doesn't need to be overly creative all the time. Sometimes simple does work, and in this scene, just simple does work. Just close-up shots and medium shots.
Agent Schrader, you need to be calling me back ASAP. I've got Texas breathing down my neck, and I'm not about...
Does Hank have an ego problem similar to Walter as well? And that the situation of El Paso scarred him so much, but he's afraid it will damage his reputation if he sort of like, you know, speaks out.
I haven't seen Matt since my dad
Oh,
fired
he's
him,
going to the
like,
same gas
a
station
while
as the
ago.
beginning.
Where can I find him, you think?
No idea. I haven't seen him.
Like, he doesn't want to look weak, Hank,
Yeah,
and
because
he has
I
a problem
haven't
with
seen
that.
him. I don't know what else to say. Is it drugs?
He knows straight away. He
I'm
knows.
just gonna come right out and say it. You're a bad liar.
Yeah, she slipped up straight away. Like,
Don't get me wrong. Not the worst I've ever seen. Once had a guy try to explain the dope balloon up his butt on bad Thai food. Still, you're not a very good liar.
I honestly don't know where.
Stop. You look like a good kid. I'm not here to get you in trouble, but you need to tell me where this came from right now.
whoa. Okay, even I wasn't ready for that.
I never do stuff like this, I swear to God. I tried it and I hated it, so I just gave it to Matt.
Okay, and who gave it to you?
Some guy, he came in a couple days ago and wanted to trade it for gas.
Some guy. What's his name? Okay. What do you look like?
No, they looked pretty normal. You know, white. I think his hair was lightish brown. He had really blue eyes. Really, really blue.
Yeah. Dreamy. Okay. What else? Piercings, jewelry, distinctive articles of clothing. Come on.
What was he driving?
Listen to me. It's real important that I find the person that had these drugs. So if you can remember anything else, come on. Think. Come on now. Come on.
Think hard.
Tim drove an RV.
Thank you.
Okay, good. What can you remember? What kind of RV? What color did you spot a license plate?
I don't know the kinds. And I didn't see the license. But the color was, I think, white, brownish color. I know I'm not helping you, but please don't tell my dad.
Security camera?
Please tell me.
That security camera?
That camera
Yeah.
works.
Yep. Oh, bro, if that camera works, this is gonna be 4K, baby. Nah. Poor Kara, bro. She's just sitting there at the gas station, minding her own business, daily life. Guy comes with drugs, and then a DEA agent rocks up a couple days later, and like, just like what? Imagine Gus is her dad. That'd be hilarious. Ooh, ATM camera. Possibly we might have spotted something. Unless that's not an ATM camera. That's just like a stylistic choice here.
Hey, you know it's weird? Dad's website. It's been 3 days since the last donation. Think I can get a ride today? Lewis has a doctor's appointment. Yeah.
Bro, you're at home for 2 weeks.
Hey,
Couple
so
weeks.
Dad can babysit now, right? You won't have to take Holly to work every day.
Interested all of a sudden.
Sometime, maybe. We'll
You freaking man. Oh. Poor Holly, man.
Hey! What the hell? This is only half.
That's right. It's your half.
Yo! Where's the other half, bitch?
Yeah, I mean, it was, the whole thing was crazy.
Interesting. That's what happens.
Poor
Not
bastard,
working
I'm
with
so
Walt.
sorry.
You only get half.
Thought we were the cable guys, you know. Maybe a bookmobile.
It's no clear view of the plates.
Yeah, well, you can only get so lucky, right? But the fact that there's no front plate tells me it's likely New Mexico registration. I checked with DMV. There are only 29 of these early 80s bounders registered in the state.
Damn. That's a pretty, like...
Only 29.
Yeah.
That's a low list.
So I gotta go, you know, knock on some doors.
They need you in El Paso, Hank.
You bet. Just gonna wrap up this Heisenberg thing first.
So you're refusing the assignment?
No, I'm not. I'll go. It's just I need some more time.
You're not hearing me, Agent Schrader. You're out of time.
He doesn't want to go to El Paso,
Are
man.
you going to El Paso now? Tonight?
No. I can't. But that's only because I'm really close to something big here.
No, just speak out, man. For a second, he slipped up. Not slipped up, but for a second, you saw the emotional side of Hank. Like,
Better get to it then.
you know, he was trembling a little bit. I thought he was going to put on a speech again in front of everyone.
Radio, KECA News Time. Donald Margolis, the air traffic controller, criticized for his role in the recent air disaster in which 167 persons died, was rushed to an area hospital early this morning. Apparently the victim of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police won't say whether or not...
Damn, Donald! Is this guy going to deliver the other half now? To Walt? He did nothing. He's your other half. Yep, there we go. I love this guy. Your half. There you go. Yo, Walt got paid to do nothing. Fair enough. This is gonna be the beginning, I reckon. Like a little bit of, you know. I mean, I'd be stopped at a light for a while if I saw someone drop a bag like that. Green light. Yep, the green light. That's the green light. That's the go ahead. I think that's Walt maybe's green light to get back in the game. Hopefully, you never know. I like this episode. I think it's one of the weaker ones of the show in general. Not only this season. I know we're only 4 episodes in. It's one of the weaker ones, but it still remains important. Like I think this episode, I felt like it was one of those situations where Walt has sort of no direction in life at the moment. Everything is sort of discombobulated with what's going on. It's all chaotic. And even he himself is not thinking clearly. I mean, you saw in class, his mind is elsewhere at the moment. His mind is up in the clouds. Like, it's in another galaxy at the moment. We ain't in the Milky Way anymore. And I think the structure of this episode sort of resembles Walt's state of mind at the moment. Even with Hank, Hank is sort of torn between El Paso, even speaking out, and this Heisenberg case. And you see when he's using the Heisenberg case as sort of an excuse, as leverage to not go to El Paso, and he's trying to act all energetic about the Heisenberg case to show that he's really invested. But at the same time, he's doing that to put on a show to, I guess, deflect from the El Paso situation, but he's still afraid to speak out. And I think that's going to come to hurt him in the future. And it's frustrating as the audience to see Hank not speak out, not even to his best pal Gomez, let alone his wife, Marie. So yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen to Hank. I'm invested with Hank as well. But I like the structure of this episode with everyone sort of on their own journey and their own pathways, even Jesse and Walt not on the same page, up until the end, where because of how they've established themselves as a pair, they're inseparable despite being separate, if that makes sense. Like, you're still getting your half, Jesse's getting her half for doing his own work. And you saw Walt's ego come into play this episode as well, when Jesse mentioned that he cooked and is willing to go to Gus himself, and he had a bit of his own initiative this episode, Jesse. But yeah, I feel like the structure of this episode was meant to be representative of Walt's world and current state at the moment. Pieces of the puzzle here and there. There was no clear sense of direction as to what was happening. It felt like characters were making decisions on the fly, and I think that's representative, like I said, of Walt's state in mind. Everything is chaotic at the moment. He sort of has no direction. He got fired from work. And yeah, he's just going to be at home diddling around for 2 weeks, and he's not even babysitting. He can't even use that excuse. So I think that ending right there is the green light to get back in the game a little bit. But yeah, I liked it as an episode. I feel like it's one of the weaker ones, but still decent. As always, guys, been your boy Elie Moses. I might watch episode 5 straight after this. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless.